So, the first question we'll start with is, could you please state your name, what war you served in, and your branch of service?
I'm Francis Laughlan, but my nickname is known better by Tooter. And what else did you want me to say?
What branch did you serve in?
I was in the Marine Corps.
The Marine Corps?
Yeah.
When did you enlist?
I didn't enlist. I was drafted as soon as I was 18. I was gone.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, 1944. I was in 44, 45, 46 in the South Pacific.
Where were you living at the time you were drafted?
I was living in this area right here. Yeah.
Why did you pick the service branch you joined? Oh, he's drafted.
What?
Oh, wait one second. What do you recall from your first days in service?
What did you say?
What do you recall from your first days in service? From your first days you were in the Marine Corps?
What did I call?
What did you think of it, Tooter?
Yeah, what did you think of your first days in the Marine Corps?
Yes sir, no sir. I remember that. You were never right, you know. It was just agitation, you see how much you could take, I guess. Yeah.
So, would you like to tell us a little about how boot camp and training went for you?
Well, the only train ride I ever had, I went to California to train from Portland. And the Marine base is done by, what the hell's the name of that town? I can't even remember it now.
Where exactly did you go in your military experience?
I went to California. I went to boot camp. And after boot camp, I went to Camp Pendleton, and we trained there for 3 or 4 or 5 months. And all at once, we got orders to move to the Big Island of Hawaii. I was just all ready to go home on leave. I didn't get it. I never got to leave from the time I left till I got back.
Did your unit ever see combat?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. A lot of the older veterans had been on 2 or 3 of the other islands. This is the only campaign I was in because of my age, you know. Yeah, it was quite a learning experience, I'll tell you. Yeah, we trained at Camp Pendleton, and then we got orders to move out. We didn't know where we was going this year, but we went to the Big Island of Hawaii. Yeah, the Marine base, I think it's probably still there on the island. And from there we trained, you know, quite a while, and we got our orders to go into combat. We loaded up ships, and we went to Pearl Harbor and sat in Pearl Harbor for 3 days getting some supplies, and we headed out. We went from Hawaii. I was on the water a whole month before I got into combat. By the time we left the Big Island till we landed, it's a long ways across there. A lot of water.
What is your most memorable experiences in the military? What is one of them?
One of them? Well, not so much what happened to me or anything else. One day we were going back for supplies. I always remember that. For water and things before it got dark. And we walked across the area where we cleared already. And there was a Marine in there laying in a fired position. He didn't have any head on him. His head got blown off apparently. I always remember that. And another thing I remember, the last day we were mopping up, me and my flamethrower partner got orders to shoot some flame in a position there. And we just started to move up where he had it ignited. We started to move up, and all at once he caught on fire. Well, what happened, we didn't know. Sniper shot at us, but he missed both of us. He sprung a leak in the tank, and it ignited on him. He practically burnt to death right there before me.
Popular guy. We want to hear a story.
Okay, you got any more questions?
Yeah, were you ever awarded any medals or certificates of any kind?
Oh, I got a bunch of medals on my. I wore my uniform home, brand new, still the same today.
Wow.
I had quite a few medals, not particularly encouraging or anything, just from the war. You know, they give us medals for this and that.
Do any of the medals you have like really mean? How do I word this? Does any of one of your medals really stand out to you,
No.
or are they all just as equally important?
Yeah, pretty much. I wasn't any hero, I guess. I don't know.
From being in the military, did you sustain any injuries?
Not really.
Nope.
Both of my partners, there's always two men to the flamethrower that had a lot of stuff to carry, you know. The first guy was with it about during the middle of the war. I was on the island almost 2 months. He got shrapnel in his shoulder, more than bad, but he got to go home anyway. And that's the way it goes anyway.
Can you describe the flamethrower units?
Well, the flamethrower, we had to break it down when we were packing it around because it loaded with fuel was pretty heavy. And the other guy turned carrying the gun parts, you know. And we would take turns carrying the flamethrower. And just so happened this young kid I was with the last day was carrying the flamethrower, and this ignited on him, you know. That napalm is pretty dangerous. You get it on you, it sticks on you, it's hard to put out. All we could do was throw him down on the ground and pick up what dirt we could get with our hand and throw it on him, and eventually got us pretty well smothered out, but he was burnt terribly bad, really bad. All around his neck and his face. Just a young kid like I was, you know, and
So during the war, how did you stay in touch with your family?
we wrote letters occasionally, yeah. I hadn't talked to anybody for a long time. I was in the South Pacific pretty all the time, you know, really. Yeah.
What was the food like over there?
What?
What was food like?
Well, it was eatable or livable, I guess. So I didn't think too much of it. They had the good little cans of fruit and vegetables and fruits like that, you know. And some of that stuff was pretty good. And they had dry crackers, and they had a candy bar that you had to have good teeth to eat. Not like eating on a rock, you know. Yeah.
So did you guys always have like plenty of supplies, or were you guys ever strained on supplies at times?
You mean
Like food, ammo, things like that?
No, we always had plenty enough to keep you going anyway. Yeah, we had plenty of ammunition and everything like that. Yeah.
Did you feel pressure or stress while you were over there?
What?
Did you feel any pressure or stress while you were over there?
Well, sort of, you know, yeah. Not too bad. Well, we took breaks, you know, some of us would take over for us for a day or two. We'd go stay behind and relax, you know. And because every time we were going in to move up front, we usually always had casualties, though. Somebody's going to get hurt or killed for sure. We had, I can't remember exactly, I think we had 8,000 or 9,000 Marines killed on that little island. And 18,000 were wounded. That's a lot. That island was only about 7 or 8 miles long. Yeah.
What island was this, Tooter?
Iwo Jima. Yeah. Yeah, I seen that great flag raising. They made it quite a thing out of that picture, that flag raising over there. You know, I wasn't in it, but I was real close. I could see it real good. You know. Yeah.
So you were there when they put the flag up, right?
Yeah, I got to see that. I was off at a little distance, you know. I think they raised the flag the third or fourth day. The 28th Marines were the ones that raised the flag. I was the 27th Marines. We went north, just base of the mountain. We went north, and they took Mount Sarabach and raised the flag. Yeah.
So, hi sir, my name is Greg Newman, I'm the principal. Thank you for being here. So speaking of the flag raising on Mount Sarabachi, there was a lot of thoughts on that being a photo opportunity. And apparently there was definitely 2 flag raisings. Is the actual flag raising perhaps what you saw, and then perhaps sounds like they did it again for a picture.
Yeah,
about that?
I've heard stuff about that. I don't know whether to believe it or not. I don't know. But it got to be quite a picture.
Yeah.
Yeah, it turned out to be. Hell, I was in the parade last year in McMinnville. I was right behind that, and we went through town.
Yeah, I've seen that. There's a famous Marine named Ira Hayes. They said there was they sang a song. Johnny Cash sang a song about Ira Hayes. Did you ever meet Ira Hayes?
No, I never did. I know who you're talking about. He was an Indian.
Yeah.
And he was a heavy drinker.
Yeah. So the song goes.
The song goes, yeah. Yeah.
Was there something special you did for good luck?
Not really.
No.
Yeah.
How did you guys entertain yourselves when you weren't in combat?
If we could find anything decent to eat, we'd just try to get a stove going so we could warm it up a little bit, you know. And we didn't have any TV. Yeah. I was on the island quite a while. Well, we landed February the 19th when we landed. And I always remember I just got aboard ship when they announced on the loudspeaker that President Roosevelt had passed away. That was in April, if I remember right. I always remember that. It sure felt good to get on a ship and have a good bath, good shower.
So after you left the island at Iwo Jima, where did you go next?
Well, we shot up so bad we come back to the big Hawaii.
Okay.
I've been back and forth on that island for I don't know how many times. It's a long way to Japan. I went to Japan after this ended.
So when you were going back and forth on the ships, any encounters with Japanese submarines? or worries about that? I'm sure.
Well, when we went into combat, we was because they zigzagged all the time on account of that. I remember that. But when we went to Japan after they surrendered, I don't know if they did that or not on the way over there. They didn't know how they were going to act when we got there. You know, really. We didn't have a bit of trouble, and they were sick and tired of war, I guess, apparently. Yeah, I was over there probably about 7 or 8 months.
In Japan?
Yeah, before.
After the end of the war?
Yeah, before we got to come home. Yeah.
What did you think of officers or fellow soldiers that you were with?
What?
What did you think of your fellow soldiers or officers?
Didn't have soldiers, Marines.
Can't hear you very good.
Oh, I'm sorry. What did you think of your fellow Marines?
Oh, they all think, yeah, I don't know, they all did their job, did what they had to do, you know. Yeah. Yeah.
Do you have any photographs, or did you keep a personal diary of your time in the Marines?
Oh, I've got a few things. I got a few pictures we took during the war over there, but I don't know where I could find them. Got the damn good stuff. Yeah.
So now we're going to go into a few questions about what you did after the war. So do you recall the day your service ended?
Well, when I come back from Japan, we landed in San Diego again, and I was just here maybe a week, and I headed for home. I caught the bus, and the only damn train ride I ever had, I had to go to Portland when I went in, you know, and that's the only train ride I ever had in my life. That's been it. Yeah.
Do you remember what you did in the days and weeks afterwards, after you were out of the Marines?
No, my uncle Sport Laughlan, that Carolyn's dad, he wanted me, asked me if I wanted to go set chokers for $1 an hour. And God, I was so damn tickled. $1 an hour, you know, that was big money in those days.
How much was it an hour?
$1 an hour.
Pardon?
$1, $1.
Holy cow.
$1 an hour. Well, things were pretty cheap in Carolyn at that time. And I did that for a while. I got a chance. They were coming out with the power saws, fall the trees. So I got on with the part of Everett Sumner. You remember Everett Sumner? Started falling timber with Sport and the Tillamook burn, the big burn we had here in, when was it, 1933. 1933. We were about 400,000 acres, I think it was. Yeah.
Did you make any close friendships while you were in the service?
Oh, not really. I had a lot of good friends and all, but you know, eventually everybody just kind of. I imagine most of them are dead by now, but you know, had other things to do, I guess.
Did you join a veterans organization?
What?
Are you part of a veterans organization?
I belonged to Legion for a long time. Yeah, I usually go to Legion about once a week in Macminnville to have dinner, usually on Friday or Saturday or Sunday nights. Yeah.
Did your Marine Corps experience influence your thinking about the war or about the Marines in general?
Well, World War II, we had to win that war, you know. There's no doubt about that. But the rest of it, I'm not even going to try to answer that. No.
How did your service and experiences affect your life up to this point?
The what?
How has your service and experiences you've went through have affected your life to this point?
Oh, I don't think it really affected my life much at all, really. No.
Is there anything you would like to add that we have not covered in the interview?
No, I don't think so.
I have one,
Yes.
since I know him. Your dad, my Uncle Brick, what service was he in? What war?
He was in World War One, but they were headed overseas. The war ended. He turned around and come back. Everybody left from, I think it was New York where they left from. And the war ended. They come back home again. Didn't have to go into combat at all.
Was he involved in any combat at all?
No, he did not.
And he was drafted also, right?
I guess apparently it's been a long time ago.
Yeah, I believe that.
I want to ask one more question. Can I back up real quick? I'm very fascinated to hear about your experience in Japan during the 7 months after the war. What was that like, being in a country that was so decimated, and the people? What were your jobs there during that time?
Oh, we ran around blowing up. They had cave after cave with ammunition over there, artillery shells, mortars, rubber, and things like that. But I might mention one thing that I had to do while I was over there. I had guard duty in the prostitute house.
Important job. What part of Japan were you in?
Oh, I was in the southern part of Japan. Yeah, I had guard duty in the whorehouse. I couldn't. I had to try to keep the GIs out, you know. The young gals, they'd go out and spread their breasts and wave at you, you know. Yeah, crazy world we live in sometimes.
Have you been back in Japan since?
No, I had no desire to go back over there. They were pretty poor where we were. They really were pretty poor. Yeah. The only damn thing I found over there I'd eat, they had good tangerines. Yeah, they were good. But I don't know. They raised a lot of sweet potatoes too. I found that out. They had a lot of sweet potatoes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Any other questions?
Tooter, how long did you fall timber? How many years did you work in the woods?
50 years altogether. Yeah.
Tough, boy, those power saws, the gas and everything they carried, amazing what he did.
The two-man saw, they weighed about 135 pounds. The two-man power saw. Later on, they went to the all one-man saw, but they were heavy.
What year did you graduate from high school?
I didn't graduate.
Where did you go to high school? Did you go to high school here?
Oh yeah, right here.
Right here.
Yeah, 1 year. Long time ago.
In this building, the same building?
Yeah, I guess. I think, yeah, it is.
Yamhill, yeah, so yeah, the Yamhill's building.
Been here a long time.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Little perspective for you guys, just imagine that. Same boat.
So this building would have been brand new pretty much.
It was brand new.
Now you the big wheel here?
No, I'm just here. Yeah, I'm the principal, yes, sir.
Oh, you're a principal?
Yes, sir.
Okay. What was your name?
My name is Greg Newman.
Greg Newman.
Yes, sir.
Good to meet you, Meg.
You as well, sir.
Yeah.
Hey, I would like to add one thing. He was 17 years old. He was about the same age as you kids are right now. And you guys try to visualize yourself put into the situation where you're on Iwo Jima with a gas tank on your back getting shot at. That's what he had to go through. So just think about it.
Some perspective.
He was a survivor.
There were a lot of them who didn't come home. Thousands.
How many did you say died on that island?
8 or 9,000 Marines were killed on that island.
89,000.
No, eight or 9,000.
Oh, okay.
But there was about 18,000 were wounded. We had a lot of casualties.
How many were there?
There was 26th and 27th Marines and another division that didn't see combat at all, I guess. But we were the main two divisions though that did most of the fighting. Yeah.
Where did you sleep at night? Did you sleep?
Yeah, we took out. We two guys slept in the foxhole together, and we changed off. One to watch 2 hours, the other to sleep 2 hours, and back and forth like that.
And for how long did you do that?
Well, every night we was on the island. He wanted to sleep. It's a crazy world sometimes, I tell you.
Yeah. Could you describe the combat that you witnessed over there, like that you personally witnessed?
Do what?
Like oh, okay. Could you describe the combat that you witnessed over there?
I don't understand what you're saying.
Can you describe some of the combat you witnessed while you were over there on that island?
Some of the fighting.
Oh. Well, I tell you, we very seldom ever seen a Japanese soldier. They were all in the caves and bunkers and things like that, you know. We did see a few of them running one time. We found a lot of dead ones, though, we really did. That's about all about the only way I could answer that question, which is not easy to look at or remember even, you know.
Now you actually shot the flames into the caves, right?
Yeah, in the pillboxes in caves, yeah.
That was kind of your job.
I'm pretty sure we probably burned up a lot of them too, but that's, war is war, you know.
I guess, what was the feeling after the victory there at Iwo Jima? What was the feeling like, the morale of the Marines?
Oh, it's all right, I guess, as far as I know.
Feel like at that point, we're going to win?
Oh yeah, we were going to always win. We were supposed to go to Okinawa too. We got shot up so damn bad. I think we lost more men on any of those islands they took over there.
Where were you when the bombs were dropped on Hiroshima and Nagasaki?
And on the big island of Hawaii.
What was your feeling then when you heard that?
We didn't know what to believe at first, but it come true. Well, because it probably saved my life because we was all ready to hit Japan too, again.
That would have been the next step, is the
Yep.
invasion of the mainland. So
Yep. So we headed over to Japan. God, I was on the water a long time. Not being in the Navy, you know, we're part of the Navy. But that's a hell of a lot of water out there, I'll tell you.
Yeah.
I think when we come back to Japan amongst the big troop ship, I think it took us 11 days to come from Japan to the States when I got discharged, you know.
And you said you were discharged out of San Diego?
Yeah, yeah. Got the bus home to San Diego and ready to go.
Never looked back.
That about it? Any questions?
Do you remember anything about Pearl Harbor? Did you know anyone that was involved in that? What
No,
about Joe Rush?
I didn't personally know anybody that was killed or hurt there that I can remember of. Quite a few years ago.
Well,
So you said you worked in logging for 50 years after you got out of the Marines?
Did what?
You worked in logging?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, that's what you did after you got out?
Yeah, I worked in the woods 50 years before I retired altogether. Yeah.
well, we'd like to thank you for coming in and sharing your collections and sharing it with us. And we'd like to thank you for your service.
Okay, thank you.
See if we can get a picture of your